Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
The husband of House Speaker Nancy Pelosi badly injured in an attack inside their home. Police say the man shouted, "Where's Nancy?" giving them an idea of who the assailant was really looking for.
Paul Pelosi was rushed to the hospital right after police got to the home and took down that attacker.
It happened around 2:30 this morning at the couple's home in San Francisco. Chris Malone is in Washington tonight following brand new developments as reaction to the attack is pouring in.
Police say the motive for this attack on Paul Pelosi is still unknown, but there are some indications that Speaker Nancy Pelosi might have been the intended target. Police say they went to Speaker Nancy Pelosi's San Francisco home around 2:30 in the morning after getting a call requesting a wellness check. Inside, they found the Speaker's husband, Paul Pelosi, struggling with an intruder.
Our officers observed Mr. Pelosi and the suspect both holding a hammer. The suspect pulled the hammer away from Mr. Pelosi and violently assaulted him with it.
Officers tackled Pelosi's attacker and arrested him. They say he's 42-year-old David DePappy.
The motive for this attack is still being determined.
But while the investigation continues, a source says DePappy shouted, "Where is Nancy?" as he confronted Paul Pelosi, and a family member tells NBC News the suspect told Paul Pelosi he was going to tie him up and wait for Nancy. Paul Pelosi was able to dial 911 when the suspect wasn't looking.
At the point that law enforcement understands that that was the motive, assaulting Nancy Pelosi, this will very likely become a federal investigation with the FBI taking the lead.
Political leaders from both sides of the aisle have reached out to the speaker to offer support. In a statement, the White House press secretary said the president is praying for Paul Pelosi and for Speaker Pelosi's whole family, adding the president continues to condemn all violence. And Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell said he was horrified and disgusted by the attack. The assault comes as threats against members of Congress have been on the increase.
I don't care what party you are. I don't want to see anybody I know, Republican, Democrat, or far right, far left, hurt. And we all have to stand up to it.
Despite being severely beaten, Paul Pelosi is expected to recover. DePappy is being held on several state charges, including attempted homicide and assault with a deadly weapon. While Speaker Pelosi has around-the-clock security protection, her family members do not. In Washington, Chris Malone, Local 4.
Just to expand on what you just heard there, the Speaker of the House does not get protection from the U.S. Secret Service, but she does get a personal security detail from the Capitol Police, which does not extend to her family, as you just heard.
We'll take a look at some live pictures right now from Ann Arbor, where 26 hours from now, the Michigan Wolverines will take on the Michigan State Spartans. A night game at the Big House, and it's shaping up to be a little bit chilly, too.
Yes, I think we've covered bring the whatever. I'm not sure what you're allowed to bring in, but if you can take the blanket or the seat warmer. Kim Adams has the forecast for the weekend, for the game, and much more.
You know what's great are those hand warmers that, you crack and you put them in your gloves or your boots or whatever you have. That's what you need. When you're tailgating, it's fine. Temperatures are in the upper 50s, but it's when the game starts, the sun will have already set. We'll start the game around 50, 49 degrees, but as we go through time, it is going to drop down into the 40s, perhaps even the low 40s by 11 o'clock. So that does get rather chilly at the Big House, but it's going to be dry, which is such a relief. No rain expected for tomorrow. It's just really going to be a nice day. A lot of playoff games tonight for high schools, so if you are headed to a Friday night football game, tonight, 49 degrees. The sun sets at 6:32. Kickoff 7 o'clock at most high schools. Right now, temperatures are in the upper 50s. Not too bad. 59 at Metro Airport. Still hanging on to 60 in Howell, 57 in Pontiac, and 56 in Mount Clemens. Not much going on. Clouds and radar. It's nice and clear here in Metro Detroit. We'll keep that sunshine around through the day tomorrow and top out with a high of 61. Now, we do have rain headed in at the second half of the weekend, overnight Sunday night, and possibly into Halloween. We're going to talk about that coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Kim. So we know the weather is going to be a little bit chilly, but that will not stop 107,000 fans from pouring into the Big House tomorrow night.
Let's take another live look right now. It's the calm before the storm a little bit. And you look really, really closely. You got to have some really good eyes. But you'll see Rod Maloney right below that big block M. Rod is live in Ann Arbor tonight. Rod, a night game really changes things for police, that's for sure.
It sure does. You know, they don't like to talk about it out loud, but it is a handful, even on a day game. But when you have a couple of 100,000 people, maybe even more than that, many not going to the game, getting a full 8 to 10 hours of tailgating in before the game, well, that can cause some serious problems. And so the University of Michigan Public Safety Department is out with some advice on how to stay safe for tomorrow's game. All is quiet Friday night, but by tomorrow morning, Ann Arbor will turn full traffic jam, mainly because Michigan State travels well from 70 miles up the street. U of M Public Safety Deputy Chief Melissa Overton says, yes, there are many concerns, chief among them, alcohol.
Make sure that you are, that you know your limits and drinking responsibly, and then make sure you eat throughout the day and drink plenty of water.
One of the many things people might not recall, because it doesn't happen that often in Ann Arbor, a night game means a late start for everything.
The golf courses, Ann Arbor Pioneer, and the Ann Arbor Golf and Outing, none of them open up until noon. So a lot of times vehicles come and try to line up, and we don't allow that, so people are not happy, but we have to keep the streets open.
Avoiding flaring tempers starts long before kickoff. Students we spoke with today say that they're looking forward to the fun, but personal safety is always top of mind. Taylor Brennan will be at the game tomorrow.
We all stick together, we all stay in a pack, so I'm not worried.
Owen Sayer grew up in Ann Arbor and knows game days come with some risks.
Even for noon games, you see people that are definitely drink way too much and are having some trouble at the games, so just making sure that everybody's safe at the game is really a concern.
I think it's always nice to, you could drink with friends, but to always be safe and have fun in a respectful way, and I think it's just going to be fun either way.
Okay, that's depending on who wins or loses, right? But one of the things the Public Safety Department is stressing for tomorrow is that they have a medical amnesty for students who may drink too much. They say that they would rather have you call the police and get help than to hide whatever may be going on in terms of a crisis. They also recommend that you keep your cell phone charged up. They're saying that that is very helpful for them in order to be able to keep you safe. We have all of the guidance that they gave us on clickondetroit.com. Back to you.
Yeah, some really good tips, Rod. You spent the day, all day in Ann Arbor. Are they ready for the game out there?
Are they ready? The tailgate started before we got here. We're going to bring that to you at 6.
Okay, Rod. We look forward to your report at 6 o'clock. That's what I figured. We appreciate it. All right, the parents of the Oxford school shooter back in court today for a key hearing about potential expert witnesses for the prosecution.
Today's hearing also comes just days after their son pleaded guilty to all charges against him. Sean Lay was at today's hearing. He's live at the Oakland County Jail tonight. And Sean, did the judge make a decision here today?
Not yet, so the parents went right back here to the Oakland County Jail where their son is being housed after that blockbuster guilty plea on Monday. On the witness stand today, an expert who studied every mass shooting since 1966 Texas bell tower shooting. She says shooters do not snap. Her data has found there is a path of violence showing signs of agitation with each shooter, isolation, and abusive behavior. Prosecutors saying the shooter here showed all those signs and the parents should have picked up on it.
Let me first show you the packed courtroom. A dozen sheriff's deputies for extra security, family members of the victims, and the shooter's parents in shackles. On the witness stand, Dr. Jillian Peterson, who has made her life's work to study mass shootings, and she says her data shows school shootings can and should be prevented. And no shooter, she says, just snaps.
Mass shooters have a slow build towards violence over time. They don't just snap, and they give off lots of warning signs along that pathway.
Her research shows shooters leak their plans, called leakage, and the Oxford school shooter leaked warning sign after warning sign in the months leading up to the tragedy.
So this case, compared to the other K through 12 school shooters that I've studied, this case was remarkable just in the sheer volume of leakage in the month leading up to the shooting, including homework assignments, journals, notebooks at home, internet searches during school, and then, of course, this worksheet the day of the shooting.
The prosecution alleges parents, James and Jennifer Crumley, should have seen those signs and should have taken action and knew he had access to a gun that James Crumley bought for him. Attorneys for the parents argue there is no evidence the parents saw what he wrote in his journal or what he said in text messages.
Back here live, this expert is a prosecution expert, a prosecution witness. So the argument here, should she testify? Can she testify at this trial? The defense says no. However, the judge says she will rule if she can testify in the parents' trial in 1 week. We'll let you know what happens. We're live tonight in Pontiac. Sean Lay, Local 4, back to you.
We know you'll be covering it. All right, Sean, thanks.
A judge is taking the weekend to decide whether to send ex-Grand Rapids officer Christopher Schur to trial.
Schur faces second-degree murder charges for shooting and killing Patrick Leoya during a traffic stop. Today, the judge listened to evidence from the prosecution and defense for a second day. He announced he'd be taking the weekend to review that evidence and will announce his decision Monday morning.
Meanwhile, in Oakland County, 4 security guards charged in the 2014 death of Mackenzie Cochran faced a judge. Cochran died after the guards restrained him on the floor inside Northland Mall in an incident that started when Cochran reportedly refused to leave a jewelry store. The hearing will ultimately decide whether the men will head to trial. The hearing is set to continue early next year.
Well, the rumors are true. Tom Brady and wife Gisele Bündchen announcing their divorce after 13 years of marriage.
The two have reportedly been living separately for some time now. Both hired divorce attorneys after months of tension, reportedly over Brady's decision to return to the NFL after initially retiring last winter. Tom Brady issued a statement today saying it is a painful and difficult moment, and both he and Gisele are asking for privacy for them and the 2 children they share.
Still to come here on The 5, is an anonymous donor really set to invest $10 billion in the city of Highland Park?
New tonight, what the mayor is saying about it and why a big announcement today left a lot of people with a whole lot of questions.
And Kim is tracking some changes in the Halloween forecast. Will it be dry for trick-or-treating? We'll find out. And here's Megan.
A 31-year-old woman is now in remission for breast cancer, and she says her baby girl has a lot to do with it.
She's the little miracle that we all needed.
Tonight, find out how this family is trying to rewrite their heartbreaking history with breast cancer.